everybody, Gabe Hall-Rodrigues here. A couple of weeks ago I made a video detailing my Pelican Storm case, which I use as an accordion flight case whenever I travel. I mentioned in that video that I also block the bases using pieces of cardboard, and I got a few comments asking me if I could create a video specifically on blocking the bases. So I have a flight tomorrow to Seattle, early morning, so I need to do this right now. Let's do it together. Here we go. Hey everybody, alright, here we go. Step number one, get the accordion laying down and take off this left hand strap. Alright. Step two, whether you have screws like I do on this Petosa AM1100, or if you have pins like on some other accordions, I think most of them are screws, but I've seen a couple pins. Either way, we gotta get this thing off. Alright. I use just a small Phillips head screwdriver. Ooh, that was an easy one. I like to keep these screws in order. Make sure I'm putting them more or less back in where I found them. There's that. Last but not least, here we go. And voila. I can't get mine too far off because I have some electronics over here, so I'm just going to kind of rest mine right there. There we go. Alright, ready for the next step? Step three. I have in my hand a piece of cardboard. It's about 5/8 of an inch wide, regular thickness, and the length just needs to be long enough to fit and cover all of the bases here for the base mechanism. So shimmies in just like that. Make sure you're not catching anything. Be careful. I have this piece of masking tape here. Make a little tab, makes it easier to pull out this thing when you're done, just like so. This does only block the chord buttons, and from what I understand, you only need to block the chord buttons. The rakes for the chords are longer, and they are easier to mess up than the fundamental basses, just the regular bass notes. That's basically it. From here on out, it's pretty simple. I think you guys know the rest of it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Here we go. Step four. It's probably pretty obvious by now that if we've finished blocking the basses, the rest of the steps are just putting it back together. And that's what we got to do next. Careful. Don't forget this air button. And also, be careful if you have electronics in there that your wires don't get into weird places. I've already had to do this video twice. There's that bass again. Gotta pull it up. Depending on the size of your bass, this can be your air button. This can be a real pain. Fortunately, I got a nice big air button. Use those same screws in the same places if you can. Make sure you're putting this thing together right. I like to line them up first before I tighten them. Alright, here we are. Last step. And this is something that I was shown to do. Can't remember by who. I don't even really know if you have to do it. But when it comes to flying with my accordion or traveling with it, where I know it's going to be bumped around and stuff, even inside the case, I'm like an extra safe kind of guy. So here we go. I've created just a little bit of masking tape. Regular old masking tape. Shouldn't leave any kind of residue on your buttons or anything funky like that. No stickiness. Don't use packing tape. It will leave residue. I know. Personal experience. Not very fun. Okay. And then you just lay it over top. Just like that. Again, do you need to do this? I have no idea. Do I do it? Every time. Have I had any problems? Not ever. So, I'm just not going to risk it. This baby is now ready to get in the case and get to the airport and fly to Seattle. Thanks for watching. Comments, questions below, and I'll respond whenever I can. Thanks.